OMG, today's wedding was epic! Seriously, the best wedding ever! Just saw the pictures my friend took during the pool toss. Iconic! You should make that your profile pic once you dry off. Excuse me? What part of that was the best wedding ever? I wanted to take those final photos together with everyone happily, but instead, you all suddenly lifted us up. And then threw us into the pool. What on earth were you thinking was such a horrible stunt? Do you have any idea how much time and money went into planning this day? My dress is completely ruined. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? We were just trying to make things more fun. You're being such a buzzkill. The pool toss was awesome, wasn't it? It was totally the right call to mention it to Kevin's rugby buddies before the photo. Those guys know how to lift. That was the highest toss I've ever seen. Kevin loved it. He was laughing the whole time. We've been planning this for weeks. It wasn't awesome for the person being tossed. I was terrified. I'm sure the pictures turned out great. My parents spent thousands on photography for this day. I specifically told the wedding planner I didn't want any surprises. Did Kevin know about this beforehand? Are you kidding me right now? On your own wedding day, you're acting like this? Say you're sorry, now. I flew all the way from Europe for this wedding, and this is how you thank me? Kevin promised me you were fun. Clearly, he was wrong. What? You ruined my wedding day and you want me to apologize? I'm soaking wet, my makeup is ruined, and my $5,000 dress is destroyed, and you have the audacity to demand an apology from me? What don't you understand? I was just trying to make my brother's wedding more exciting. You heard everyone having a great time, didn't you? Everyone was so into it, so why are you being so dramatic about this? Do you know how many weddings I've been to that ended with pool tosses? It's a tradition in many places. You should be honored. My brother thought it was hilarious. Why can't you? What part of that was everyone having a great time? The guests were horrified. They were screaming in shock, not excitement. My grandmother almost had a heart attack. My bridesmaids are furious. The venue manager looked like she was about to call the police. Did you even think this through at all? They were not shocked. That's ridiculous. It happens at weddings in Europe all the time. You're just too uptight to appreciate good fun. Even the photographer was laughing. I saw him. You're making this a bigger deal than it needs to be. What? I don't care what happens at European weddings. I care about my wedding that you ruined. The photographer wasn't laughing. He was panicking about his equipment getting wet. No one does this at formal weddings. Absolutely no one. Well, I'm studying abroad in France right now, so I guess my vibe is just more European these days. Maybe you should travel more and loosen up a bit. Kevin always said you had a good sense of humor. Where is it? My French friends would have loved this. Americans are so boring. That's not an excuse for anything. I didn't ask for your European vibe at my wedding. And don't tell me to loosen up after you assaulted me. Kevin said I had a good sense of humor. Well, he's about to find out what else I have. Look, what's done is done, so stop being so uptight about it. It'll make a great story in a few years. Anyway, since I'm only back in the States for a short time, I'm headed out to drink with my friends. Enjoy the after party with Kevin and everyone, Emily. And seriously, lighten up. It's your wedding day.
Today's wedding was amazing! That lift and pool toss, they did me after you, and it made for such an awesome memory. I've never laughed so hard in my life. Everyone's saying it was the highlight of the day. My buddies want to do it at their weddings too now.
How is that an awesome memory? It was literally the worst wedding day I could have imagined. Do you have any idea how humiliating that was? Everyone watching me get thrown in the water against my will? My hair and makeup artist spent hours getting me ready.
My friends and my sister Allie planned that specially for us. Are you really gonna complain about something they did to celebrate us? They put a lot of effort into planning that surprise. Allie flew all the way from Europe with this idea. It's just water. You'll dry off.
Where exactly is the celebration in that? I forced myself to smile in the moment, but I was actually holding back tears. I was trying so hard not to cry. Did you know they were planning this? Because if you did and didn't warn me, that's even worse. I trusted you to make this day special for both of us.
Come on, it was a lift and toss into the pool. What part of that would make anyone cry? You're being way too sensitive about this. And yeah, I knew. Allie told me last week. I thought you'd laugh about it after the initial shock. It's just a bit of fun. Lighten up.
I worked so hard on my hair and makeup for today. I searched everywhere for the perfect dress. I customized it, and it was my dream wedding gown. And now, everything is ruined because of you all. You knew and didn't tell me? How could you do that to me? I told you 100 times I didn't want any surprises at the wedding. This was supposed to be our day, not your sister's prank show.
The wedding dress is only worn for one day anyway. Who cares if it got soaked or ruined? You can still keep it as a memento, and it's not like you were gonna wear it again, right? I don't get why you're so upset about clothes. The memories are what matter, not the dress.
Seriously? That dress cost thousands of dollars. I spent months finding the perfect one. It has sentimental value. My mother's veil was incorporated into it. How can you be so dismissive about something that meant so much to me?
And it was at the end, during final photos. Who cares if your makeup was washed off? You were gonna redo it for the after party anyway. Everyone just wants to have a good time and celebrate. Why are you making this all about you? It's my wedding day too, and I enjoyed it.
That's not the point. Didn't you notice my parents, family, and friends were all horrified? The only people enjoying it were your sister Allie and your friends. Everyone else was either panicking or frozen in shock. My father was furious. He was about to punch your friends. My mother is still crying in the bathroom. How can you not see how inappropriate this was?
No way! How could they not be excited by such an awesome surprise? When I got tossed into the pool, everyone was cheering and clapping. You're exaggerating about your parents. They were laughing too. My mom got it all on video. Want to see how fun it looked?
They were just being polite and going along with it. Only you guys found that juvenile behavior funny. My parents were not laughing. They're considering leaving early. The venue staff were appalled. They specifically told us the pool wasn't for swimming. Your mother wasn't laughing either. She was mortified. I don't want to see any videos. I want you to understand how hurtful this was.
What's with that attitude? My friends and sister were trying to make our day special. Calling it juvenile behavior is pretty harsh. You're turning this into a way bigger deal than it is. It was just meant to be a fun memory to end the ceremony. I can't believe you're being this dramatic about it.
I never asked for that kind of special. I specifically said no surprises multiple times during planning. You ignored my wishes on the most important day of my life. That's not dramatic. That's a complete betrayal of trust. How would you feel if I ruined something important to you?
Calm down, don't get so hysterical. It's just a difference in what we find fun. Allie and my friends were just trying to celebrate us. Just think of it as a harmless prank and let it go. We still have the after party to enjoy. Don't let this small thing ruin our whole wedding day.
Let it go. You think this can just be brushed aside? My dress is destroyed. The venue is damaged, and you're telling me to just let it go? This isn't a difference in fun. This is you and your friends disrespecting me, and calling me hysterical is just making it worse.
In a few years, you'll look back and laugh about it, so just forgive a little prank, will ya? I promise we'll make it up to you at the after party. Everyone's waiting for us. Can we just move on? I'll buy you a new dress if that's what this is really about.
Here's what's going to happen.
Huh?
I want a divorce. I'm not staying with a man who lets my wedding be ruined and then defends himself. I don't want to see your face again. This isn't about the dress. This is about respect. And you've shown me exactly how much you respect me today. None.
Wait, are you serious right now? We literally just finished the wedding ceremony. We still have the after party. Everyone is already waiting for us at the venue. You can't just say divorce over something like this. This is completely insane.
I don't care. Divorce is the only option now. I've seen who you really are today, and I want nothing to do with you. Someone who respects their sister's fun more than their wife's dignity. I should have seen the red flags before today.
What? What red flags? This came out of nowhere. You're throwing away our whole relationship over this? Think about what you're saying. We can work this out. Just come to the after party.
I'll let everyone know the after party is canceled. We can discuss the divorce details later. Thanks for everything today. And by everything, I mean showing me your true colors before we wasted years together. Don't call me. Have your lawyer contact mine.
Hey, Emily, I heard you're threatening divorce over a silly prank. You're being ridiculous.
Stop dragging my brother through this dramatic nonsense. He's devastated right now. Is that what you wanted? He's sitting here crying. Do you even care how much you're hurting him? It's not a threat. It's a decision I've already made. I'm not the kind of person who can forgive such a horrible joke. And yes, I do care that he's upset. I'm upset too, but I'm not going to stay with someone who humiliates me and then defends it. This isn't about hurting Kevin. It's about respecting myself. If he's crying, maybe he should think about why his actions led to this. Oh, come on, you're way overreacting. We did it to make your day better. If you get divorced over this, what happens to us? Me and all of Kevin's friends will look bad too. Is that what you want? All because you got a little wet? Seriously? People will think you're insane when they hear this story. You should feel bad. Take this time to reflect on what you did. You all did something terrible and need to face the consequences. I don't care how this makes you look to others. I care about what you did to me, and it wasn't getting a little wet. It was ruining a day I've dreamed about my whole life. People will think I'm insane? No, they'll wonder why I married into such a thoughtless family.
Whatever. You're the one who had your once-in-a-lifetime wedding day ruined. I'm never going to forgive you. I've just been sitting here listening to you talk trash. This is not how you treat someone who is trying to make your day more fun. I should be getting thanked, not yelled at. Kevin deserves someone who appreciates his sense of humor. Someone who isn't so stuck up and rigid about everything.
Oh, I should be thanking people for throwing the bride into a pool? For ruining my dress, hair, and makeup? For causing a scene in front of all our guests? That's your definition of making my day more fun? And you have the nerve to call me stuck up and rigid? You're delusional.
Divorce over this is absolutely insane. You're going to regret it later. Being divorced over something so stupid, you'll wish you'd just let it go. You're definitely going to regret this. Kevin is the best thing that ever happened to you. Good luck finding someone else who'll put up with your attitude. This is why people think our generation can't commit to relationships.
No, I absolutely will not regret it. What I would regret is staying with someone who doesn't respect me. Someone who thinks humiliating me is funny. Someone who puts his sister's idea of fun ahead of his wife's dignity. That would be the real regret. And I don't need your opinion on my future relationships.
Yes, you will regret it. If you divorce, all the money spent on today's wedding is wasted. Plus, you'll be divorced and have made enemies of me and all of Kevin's friends. Good luck finding someone else in this town after that. Enjoy your sad, embarrassing life as a divorcee. You'll be known as the crazy bride who couldn't take a joke. Is that really the reputation you want? Everyone's already talking about how you stormed out.
That's fine by me. It would be more embarrassing to stay related to people like you. I'd rather be known as someone who stands up for herself than someone who tolerates abuse. And yes, what you did was abusive, physical and emotional. The money is already spent. Staying in a bad marriage won't bring it back. I don't care what Kevin's friends think of me. They've shown their true colors.
This is so annoying. Fine, whatever. Go ahead and get divorced. We'll be better off without someone as uptight as you anyway. Seriously, throwing away a marriage over this is so stupid. Wasting money on a wedding and you'll regret it later, but that's on you. Kevin will find someone who appreciates him. Someone fun. Someone who doesn't make a federal case out of a harmless prank.
Actually, I'll be recovering the wedding costs as damages. I've already consulted with the police and a lawyer about this. So don't worry about the wasted money. You'll be helping cover it. And don't talk to me about federal cases just yet. You haven't seen anything. Kevin is welcome to find someone who enjoys being humiliated. That's not me. I have more self-respect than that.
Wait, the police and lawyers? You're consulting lawyers about a divorce? That's overkill. You've barely been married 6 hours and you're already lawyering up? This is getting completely out of hand. You're just trying to scare us now.
Not about the divorce, about the assault. Pushing an unsuspecting person into a pool is legally considered assault, which is why I consulted the police and lawyer. And the venue is involved too. They're considering their own legal action. This isn't about scaring you, it's about accountability. Actions have consequences, Allie. You're about to learn that lesson.
What? How is that assault? We were just having fun. This kind of thing happens all the time. Friends push each other into pools during parties, right? You can't possibly be serious about pressing charges. This is completely ridiculous. No court would ever side with you on this. You're wasting everyone's time and money.
I'm not friends with you, Allie. I'm not friends with Kevin's friends either. I was thrown into a pool by strangers. Do you have any idea how terrifying that was? My parents and friends all told me to go to the police immediately, and the courts take assault very seriously, especially when there's evidence, which we have plenty of, thanks to the photographers.
You're lying. No one would suggest going to the police over something like this. You're just saying that to scare us. There's no way this qualifies as assault. You weren't injured. Nothing bad happened to you. It was just water. This is insane.
Even the venue staff suggested filing a police report. You might think it happens all the time, but the venue staff said they've never seen a bride thrown into a pool before. They were more shocked than I was. And assault doesn't require injury. It just requires unwanted physical contact. Being lifted and thrown into water against my will definitely qualifies. The police seem to agree. They took my statement very seriously.
Whatever. In European weddings, this happens all the time. You're just too uptight to understand cultural differences. This is nothing but a cash grab. You're trying to extort us. No judge will take this case seriously.
This is America. And the venue explained that pool is just for decoration. It's not designed for people to be thrown into. That's why the venue is also filing for damages. And it's not a cash grab. It's accountability for property damage and personal assault. I don't care what happens at your European friends' weddings. We're not in Europe. The American legal system takes this kind of thing very seriously.
Huh?
Damages, not compensation. Cleaning costs. Or maybe settlement is the right term.
Wait a second. What? Are you saying the venue is demanding money from us too? This has to be a joke. You're making this up to scare us. There's no way the venue is involved in this.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The venue is filing claims alongside me. Their elegant reception room is now water damaged because of your prank. And no, I'm not making this up. The venue manager was the one who suggested legal action. They're as upset as I am about what happened. Maybe even more, since this affects their business and reputation.
What?
The unplanned pool toss left the venue soaked. Water damaged their equipment, sofas, and floors. They'll have significant cleaning costs, so they're demanding compensation. Their antique carpet was completely ruined. That alone cost thousands. Not to mention the damage to their sound system when water splashed everywhere. Did you even think about any of this before pushing us into the pool? Or were you too focused on your European vibe to consider consequences?
No way. That can't be true. Hold on. I never heard anything about this. We were just trying to make things more fun. This is getting way out of hand. You're blowing everything out of proportion. There's no way we caused that much damage with a little pool water.
The venue staff were incredibly supportive. They told me they'd fight this battle with me. They even rushed to develop the final group photo as evidence. And yes, you did cause that much damage. Water and expensive electronics don't mix well. Neither do water and antique furniture. This is what happens when you don't think before you act. Everything has consequences, Allie. Everything. And they accompanied me to the police station. They testified that neither the bride nor the venue was informed about this stunt. I was able to consult with the police and lawyers so quickly thanks to the venue's help. I'm really grateful to them. They have security footage too, showing exactly who did what, and dozens of witness statements from horrified guests.
This is unbelievable! This cannot be happening! Why should we have to pay money for something like this? It was just a joke that nobody seems to understand! How are we supposed to know the pool would cause damage? You're taking this way too far! Way too far! This is cruel and vindictive!
Any objections can be directed through your lawyer. Goodbye for now. And Allie, sometimes jokes have serious consequences. Maybe think about that next time you plan a surprise for someone. I'll be expecting to hear from your legal representation soon.
Why are me, my friends, and my sister being called to the police station? Drop the charges now! Stop this ridiculous nonsense immediately! This has gone way too far, Emily. My friends are freaking out. They have jobs that could be affected by this. When did you even have time to file a police report? We just got married today!
I absolutely will not drop them. Everyone who ruined my wedding will be held responsible. I filed the report immediately after leaving the venue. Your friends should have thought about their jobs before assaulting me. Actions have consequences, Kevin. It's time you all learned that. I gave you a chance to apologize sincerely, and you chose to defend the prank instead.
This is such BS. Nobody ruined anything. They were trying to make our wedding more exciting. It was just a prank that went a little too far, and now you're making a federal case out of it. Everyone's blaming me because of you. My parents are furious. My friends are panicking. Is this what you wanted?
That kind of prank is way beyond just a little too far. Everyone needs to pay the settlement money. If not, I will never withdraw my complaint. And yes, people are blaming you because you knew about it and let it happen. You could have stopped this at any point, but you chose not to. That's why you're facing more serious consequences than your friends.
This can't be happening! You're asking me for $30,000? You really expect me to pay that kind of money? Where am I supposed to get that kind of cash? We just spent everything we had on the wedding! Are you trying to bankrupt me on our wedding day?
Don't worry, you're not alone. I'm asking the same amount from Allie as the organizer. Everyone else is getting charged about $5,000 each. This isn't about bankrupting you. It's about accountability and compensation for actual damages that were caused. My dress alone cost thousands, not to mention the venue's damages.
This is extortion! So you're trying to squeeze over $50,000 out of us? For what? Getting wet at a wedding? No court would ever award that kind of money for this. You're being completely unreasonable. I can't believe I married someone who would do this!
And don't forget, Kevin, you have the venue's claim on top of that. I think they're asking for about $10,000, so actually, it's more like $60,000 total. And yes, courts regularly award damages for assault and property destruction. The lawyer says we have an extremely strong case with all the evidence. All the witness statements, photos, and security footage make it pretty clear-cut.
This is absurd! It was just a pool toss! How can I possibly be expected to come up with $40,000? This is completely insane. Just for a pool toss, no one was hurt! You're destroying our lives over this! This isn't who you are! This isn't the woman I married!
I see you still don't get it. Kevin, you haven't learned anything from this, have you? It wasn't just a pool toss. It was assault and property damage. Someone could have been seriously hurt. My grandmother could have had a heart attack. The photographer's equipment was damaged, and this is exactly who I am. Someone who doesn't let people walk all over her.
I'll learn now, okay? It was all my fault. I sincerely apologize. Please, drop the charges and forget about the settlement. I promise I'll reflect on what I did. I'll do anything. Just please don't ruin my life over this. We can start over. Go to counseling, whatever you want.
That's not how apologies work, you idiot. I am absolutely not dropping the charges. Remember, you're not my husband, fiancé, or even ex-boyfriend anymore. You're just someone who assaulted me. A real apology would have come immediately after the incident, not after you're facing consequences. You're only sorry you have to pay. That's not remorse, that's self-preservation.
Please, Emily, I'm begging you. I made a terrible mistake. I see that now. This will destroy my credit, my savings, everything. What about our future together? Our plans? Don't throw it all away over one stupid mistake. People make mistakes. That's part of marriage. Forgiveness.
Our future together? There is no future together. That ended the moment you chose your sister's prank over my dignity. And this wasn't a mistake. A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. This was a deliberate choice to humiliate me on what should have been the happiest day of my life. Pay the settlement and move on with your life. I'm moving on with mine. Talk to your lawyer if you have more questions. We're done here.
You can't seriously be charging me too. I'm still in college. I'm not even working yet. There's no way I can pay $20,000. Do you know what this will do to my future? I'll be in debt for years, all over a stupid prank. How can you be this vindictive?
You're in college, but you're still an adult. That means you're responsible for your actions. Take responsibility for what you did. You should have thought about your future before organizing an assault. And this isn't vindictive. It's justice for what you did to me and the venue.
But I'm telling you, it's impossible. There's no way I have $20,000 just sitting around. I'm living on student loans and my parents' support. You're going to ruin my education over this. Can't we work something out? A payment plan or something?
Then ask your parents for help. They raised you. Maybe they can help you understand the consequences too. And yes, we can discuss payment plans through our lawyers. But the full amount will need to be paid one way or another. Actions have consequences, Allie. It's an important life lesson.
I'm not going to beg my parents. That's ridiculous. There's no way they would give me that kind of money in this situation. I'm already asking them for $30,000 for another issue. This is impossible. My parents are already furious with me about something else. Adding this will make them disown me.
$30,000 for another issue? What are you talking about? What did you do that requires that kind of money? Are you in some kind of trouble in Europe too? It seems like causing expensive problems is becoming a pattern for you. Maybe your parents should know about both issues.
You know I'm studying in France, right? Well, I'm having some serious problems over there. I need about $30,000 right now. It's complicated and not really your business. But let's just say I made a mistake at a party there too. This is going to completely destroy my life if I have to pay both.
Problems during your study abroad? Huh? During such a difficult time? What on earth did you do? It seems like you have a habit of creating expensive problems for yourself. Maybe it's time to learn some accountability.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just went with the flow and jumped in the pool with everyone else. At my friend's sister's wedding in France, we all celebrated by throwing the couple in the pool. I was just following along, but I accidentally used the wrong towel afterward. It was a rare towel, a signed towel from my friend's sister's favorite musician. I was drunk and I don't remember much. I just borrowed a towel I found in the house, but it turned out to be her super important towel. Apparently, it's worth like $30,000 at auction. I damaged it, so now they're demanding compensation. It was an honest mistake. I didn't know the towel was valuable.
Wow, that actually happened? Allie, so you ruined a $30,000 memorabilia item in France and then came here and ruined my wedding? And in both cases, you refused to take responsibility? This isn't bad luck. This is a pattern of reckless behavior. Have you considered that maybe you're the problem?
So I used my brother's wedding as an excuse to come back to America and secretly borrow money from my parents. But now with this additional $20,000 demand? It's impossible! My parents are already talking about canceling my study abroad program. They said if I can't handle myself responsibly, I don't deserve to be overseas. And now this will confirm everything they feared. My entire future is going to be ruined because of this.
Well, that makes sense. What parent wouldn't cancel a study abroad program after their daughter causes $30,000 worth of trouble overseas? Any normal parent would bring you home immediately. And yes, this will confirm their fears because their fears are justified. You've demonstrated a complete lack of judgment and responsibility. Perhaps you should be focusing on growing up before continuing your education.
I was just following the crowd. I just jumped in the pool like everyone else. How was I supposed to know things would turn out like this? You're being so cold and heartless about this. I thought we were going to be sisters. Family is supposed to help each other. Can't you show a little compassion?
You caused trouble overseas with the same behavior, but you didn't learn your lesson? I really don't understand how your mind works, Allie. And we're not family. Not anymore. You forfeited any claim to my compassion when you ruined my wedding day. I'm not responsible for fixing the problems you create for yourself. Maybe if you'd shown genuine remorse, things would be different.
Shut up! Just drop the charges and forget about the settlement money. I'll apologize sincerely. I'll give you a proper apology, so please, forgive me. I was wrong. I see that now. I never should have pushed you in the pool. Please, my entire future is at stake here.
Absolutely not. You and your brother need to learn a serious lesson from this. That's why I will never drop the charges, and I will not reduce the settlement amount. Your apology comes too late, and only after facing serious consequences. That's not sincere remorse. That's just trying to escape punishment.
But what am I supposed to do now? I can't afford this. I'll have to drop out of school. Is that what you want? To ruin my education? How can you be this cruel? I said I was sorry.
When you're ready to make the payment, please contact my lawyer. Goodbye. And Allie, maybe take this time to reflect on how your actions affect others. That's a lesson worth more than any college degree. Later, I received a call from my lawyer saying that everyone was ready to pay the settlement. Kevin's friends seemed genuinely remorseful and offered sincere apologies along with their payments, but Kevin and Allie were still defiant. They practically threw the money down, saying, "Here, take it," which infuriated Kevin's friends. They all exploded at the siblings, saying they couldn't be friends with people who couldn't even show proper remorse, and formally ended their friendships right there. Afterward, I heard that their parents also kicked them out, saying, "We heard about your terrible attitude, paying money without even apologizing. We can't deal with you anymore." Allie had to pay her overseas compensation entirely through loans, ended her study abroad program, and dropped out of college. Kevin's savings hit zero after paying the venue damages. I hear the siblings are now sharing a cheap apartment and living very modestly. Hey, random question. Do you still remember your ex?
Which ex are you referring to? I've dated a few people before you, as you know.
The one you dated seriously before me. Sarah, I think was her name. The one you were with for 2 years. The one with the Instagram photos at the beach.
Yeah, of course I remember her. Why do you ask? Is something bothering you?
Just curious, I guess. Do you think about her often? It's nothing really, just one of those thoughts that popped into my head.
What? No, not really. It was a long time ago. We haven't talked in ages. Is there something specific making you think about this?
I don't know. I guess I just started wondering how serious it was between you two. Like, did you ever talk about marriage or kids? Sorry if that's too personal. You don't have to answer. I'm just trying to understand your past better. Sometimes I feel like there's this whole chapter of your life I know nothing about.
It's not too personal. We can talk about it if you want. We did talk about the future sometimes, but it was never concrete. More like hypothetical, someday kind of stuff. Nothing ever materialized, obviously.
I saw a photo from that coffee shop you used to go to, the one near your old apartment. You mentioned once that you used to go there with her. It came up on my Explore page for some reason.
Oh, Tully's? Yeah, I used to go there, but I haven't been there in forever. I actually forgot about that place until you just mentioned it. It was nothing special, just convenient since it was close to my old place.
Do you miss going there? With her, I mean. I'm sorry, that sounds so needy when I type it out.
Seriously? That's not what this is about. What's really on your mind, Olivia? You've never asked about my exes like this before. Is everything okay between us?
I mean, you must have cared about her a lot when you were together. 2 years is a long time. You shared so many memories together. I sometimes wonder what it was like, your relationship with her. What made it work for 2 years? What eventually broke it?
Yes, I cared about her back then. That's normal. But that relationship is ancient history. I'm with you now. You know that, right? We were different people then, both of us. We started growing in different directions. She wanted to move abroad. I was building my career here.
I know, but sometimes I wonder if you still have feelings for her deep down. Like when you get quiet sometimes, are you thinking about her? Or when you're scrolling on your phone and smile at something, do you ever wonder, what if?
Olivia, this isn't fair. When I'm quiet, I'm usually thinking about work or us or what to make for dinner, not my ex from 3 years ago. And when I smile at my phone, it's usually something you sent me or a stupid meme from Jake. Where is all this coming from? Did something happen?
You never really talk about that relationship. Doesn't that mean you're still holding on to something? I mean, you talk about college friends and high school and family. But 2 years of your life with her is just blank. It feels intentional, like you're protecting those memories.
Or maybe it means it's not important to me anymore. We broke up ages ago for good reasons. I've moved on completely. Why are you suddenly so focused on this? I don't talk about it because it's not relevant to my life now. And honestly, I didn't think you'd want to hear about my ex.
I'm not trying to dwell on the past, I swear. I think I'm just feeling a little intimidated by her. She was such a big part of your life for so long. And she's gorgeous and successful and seems to have it all together. Sometimes I worry that I don't measure up. I looked at her LinkedIn the other day and she's already a senior designer at that big agency.
You looked her up. Liv, you don't need to compare yourself to her. You're completely different people with different strengths. What I had with her was completely different from what I have with you.
Isn't there a part of you that still cares? You kept those concert tickets in your drawer, the ones from that band you both liked.
Those are from a completely different show. I keep lots of ticket stubs, you know that. I have our movie tickets from our first date, too. Remember that superhero movie you pretended to like? I kept those because they mean something to me, not because of who I was with.
No, it's not that. I'm probably just being paranoid. Ignore me, I'm being silly. It's just, You seem so happy in those old Instagram photos, the ones from the hiking trip in Colorado. You had this look in your eyes. I don't know if I've ever made you that happy.
I don't think you're being silly, but these worries are unfounded. Yes, I was happy then, but I'm happier now with you. If something's bothering you, I want you to be able to talk to me about it. But I need you to trust me when I tell you the past is the past. Those photos were highlight reels, Liv. You know how social media works. What we didn't post were the arguments, the frustrations, the growing apart.
I know, I'm sorry. I guess I'm just feeling a little insecure. Forget I said anything, really. Let's drop it. I shouldn't have brought it up. I hate being this person who gets jealous over ghosts. It's just been a stressful week at work and my mind wanders.
Are you sure? I don't want to just brush this off if it's weighing on you. We can talk about this more if you need to. Your feelings matter to me, even if they're complicated. I want you to feel secure in our relationship.
No, honestly, it's fine. I trust you. Just me being a worrywart as usual. We can change the subject. How's your morning going?
If you say so. But please don't bottle things up, okay? I'm always here to listen. Morning's been busy. This project is kicking my butt. And yes, finally got the proposal done at 1 a.m. The client wants 3 revisions by tomorrow, though, hence the extra coffee today.
I appreciate that, really. Sorry for being weird. Anyway, how was your day? Tell me something good that happened. Apart from finishing that proposal, which is definitely worth celebrating, you've been working so hard lately.
Well, I finally made some headway on that nightmare project at work. The client actually liked my first draft for once. Felt good to untangle it. Sometimes it feels like I'm speaking a different language than them, but we got there in the end.
That's great, babe. I know that one's been stressing you out. You've been putting in so many hours lately. I'm glad it's paying off.
Thanks, that means a lot. It'll all be worth it when I can relax a bit after this crunch. Maybe we can plan something nice for next weekend? Like that little B&B upstate we've been talking about? I checked and they still have openings.
For sure. Just don't forget to take care of yourself too, okay? I worry about you burning out. Make sure you're sleeping enough. You were up so late last night working. I woke up at 3 and your side of the bed was still empty. And that B&B sounds perfect. Let's do it.
I'll be better about that, I promise. Got a solid 6 hours last night at least, better than the 4 I got Tuesday. I know it's not ideal, but this phase won't last forever. And I'm excited about the B&B too. We both need that getaway.
Good. Someone's got to look out for you. Though 6 hours still isn't enough. You need at least 7. Want me to make dinner tonight so you can get to bed earlier? I found this new pasta recipe I've been wanting to try.
And I'm very lucky that someone is you. Hey, I'm gonna grab some lunch, but talk later. Team meeting at 1, but I'll text you after. And yes to dinner. That sounds amazing. You're the best.
Of course. Enjoy. Talk soon. Don't forget to eat something healthy. Not just coffee and a granola bar like yesterday. I'll pick up ingredients on my way home.
Hey, about earlier? I can't shake the feeling that something's still bugging you. Am I off base? The meeting just ended, and I keep thinking about our conversation.
No, you're not off base. I guess I'm still stewing a bit. Probably making a bigger deal of it in my head. Can I ask you something? Something that's been on my mind all day.
Of course. What's on your mind? You can ask me anything, you know that. I'm all ears.
Why have you been so distant lately? You used to text me during your lunch breaks. Now I barely hear from you during the day. Even on weekends, you're constantly checking your email. It feels like you're pulling away, and I don't know why. Is it something I did?
I've just been swamped with this project. You know how crazy work has been. I didn't realize it was affecting you so much. I thought you understood how important this client is to the company and to my career trajectory. I swear it's not about you at all.
I do understand that. I'm trying to be supportive, but it feels like something else is going on. Like you're not just busy, you're elsewhere. Even when we're together, your mind seems somewhere else. There's something else I need to tell you. I met Jessica today, at that coffee shop near your office.
What? Who's Jessica? You mean my ex? That's impossible. She moved to Seattle last time I checked. Wait, how do you even know what she looks like? Have you been looking through my old photos?
Okay, I lied. I didn't actually meet her. I just wanted to see how you'd react. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I just feel like something's off between us and I don't know what to do. You've been acting so strange lately.
I'm trying to understand where this is coming from. Do you not trust me? Have I done something to make you doubt my commitment? Because I need you to know that you're the only one I want. Please talk to me. What's really going on?
I just wanted to see how you'd react. If you'd panic or get defensive, or I don't know what I expected, honestly. I hate that I'm even thinking like this. It's like there's this voice in my head constantly telling me I'm not enough.
Come on, Olivia. Testing me isn't the way to build trust between us. If you have concerns, we should talk about them directly. We've always been honest with each other. That's one of the things I value most about our relationship.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just, you've been working so late. And when you're home, you're always distracted. I started wondering if maybe you were thinking about her, or if maybe there was someone else. I saw you texting late at night last week when you thought I was asleep, and you seemed so secretive about it.
That's what this is really about? Olivia, you don't have to measure up to anyone. What I had with her was completely different, apples and oranges. And there's definitely not someone else. How could you think that? Those late-night texts were to Dave about the client presentation. We were scrambling to fix some numbers before the morning meeting. You could have just asked me about it.
I know, logically, I know that, but I can't always control how I feel. Especially when I start comparing myself to this idea of her I've built up in my head, or imagining worst-case scenarios. I think maybe I've been feeling neglected with your work schedule, and instead of just telling you that, I let my imagination run wild. I'm not proud of it.
I get that, but I wish you could see yourself the way I see you. You're incredible. You blow my past relationships out of the water. You have to trust me when I say that. And I'm sorry I've been so wrapped up in work. I never want you to feel neglected. That's the last thing I want.
You mean that? Sometimes I feel like I'm just this temporary chapter in your life. Like someday you'll look back and I'll just be that girl I dated for a while. The way you talk about Jessica now. I know it sounds ridiculous.
I absolutely mean that. No question. I'm with you because you're the most amazing person I've ever met, period. But you have to be honest with me. No more games. No more tests. I need to be able to trust that you're telling me how you really feel. Otherwise, how can we work through things together?
I don't even know what to say. Thank you. That means everything to me. I'm really sorry for lying. I know it was wrong. I just got scared. When people get busy, sometimes they drift away. My dad did that to my mom, worked more and more until they were basically strangers. I guess I have some baggage there that I haven't fully unpacked.
I had no idea that was weighing on you. You know you can always talk to me about that stuff, right? I'm not your dad and we're not your parents. We get to write our own story.
It's about feeling like I'm not enough sometimes. Like maybe you'd be happier with someone else. Someone with a more traditional career. Someone who hasn't changed jobs 3 times in 2 years. Someone more stable and predictable. Someone who has it all figured out.
I wish you could see yourself the way I see you. You're incredible. You blow my past relationships out of the water. Your creativity, your passion, the way you see the world. That's what I fell in love with. I don't want stable and predictable. I want you. Complex, evolving, brilliant you. Those job changes, they show your courage to keep growing.
You mean that? Even though I'm not on some prestigious career track? Even though I'm still figuring things out? Even with all my neurotic tendencies and insecurities? Because I know I'm not always easy to be with.
I absolutely mean that. No question. And look how your freelance business has grown this year. Your drive to forge your own path, that's inspiring. Do you think I want to be with someone who's basic and just follows the expected path? That's never been you, and thank God for that. I love your determination to find work that actually means something to you.
I guess I just get scared sometimes. Scared of losing you. You're this amazing, successful guy, and I'm still trying to figure my life out. I worry that one day you'll wake up and realize you could do better. That you want someone more stable, more put together. I know it's irrational, but I can't help it.
I'm with you because you're the most amazing person I've ever met, period.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you. That means everything to me. I'm really sorry for being so insecure about this. I know it's not fair to you. Just been feeling a bit lost lately with my career transition. It's hard to feel confident when everything's so uncertain. But having you believe in me helps more than you know.
Hey, you don't have to apologize. I'm just glad we're talking about it. I never want you to feel like you're less than, because you're everything to me. And I'll support whatever path you choose. That's what partners do. They show up for each other through the good times and the messy times. I believe in you because I see your potential even when you don't.
God, I'm actually tearing up over here. I feel the same way about you, you know? I've never had what we have with anyone else. You make me feel safe enough to chase my dreams, to take risks that I never would have before. You push me to be better while accepting me exactly as I am. How do you do that?
That's because what we have is special, truly one of a kind. No one in my past could ever come close. You've gotta know that. You push me to be better too, you know. You challenge me to think differently, to question things I used to take for granted. You've made me grow in ways I never expected.
I do know that, deep in my bones. My heart is just annoyingly insecure sometimes. But this helps. You help. More than I can say. Thank you for always knowing how to calm my anxious brain. And for not making me feel crazy for having these thoughts. Not everyone would be so understanding.
I'll tell you as many times as you need to hear it. I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me and my horrible morning breath forever. And my terrible dad jokes. The whole package. Take it or leave it.
How did I get so lucky? I must have done something right in a past life to deserve you. Especially with your dad jokes, actually. They're so bad, they circle back around to being endearing.
Funny, I think the same thing about you every day. Even when you steal all the blankets and leave your coffee mugs everywhere, and take 45 minutes to get ready when you said you'd be just 5 more minutes, I wouldn't change a thing about you.
We're quite the pair, aren't we? Seriously, though. Thank you for being so patient and understanding with me. I know I can be a lot sometimes. And I promise I'm working on not letting my insecurities get the best of me. You deserve better than that.
Always. I've got your back no matter what. And you're not a lot. You're perfectly you. Hang on, I just need to grab something from the other room real quick. Be right back. Jim's at my door with some crisis or another.
No worries. I need to reply to a work email anyway. Take your time. This client is being super picky about font choices. Welcome to the life of a designer. I keep telling them Helvetica exists for a reason, but they insist on Comic Sans. I might need therapy after this project is done.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to help Jim with a printer issue. What were we talking about again? Something about being the best girlfriend ever? Or was it about your client's questionable taste in fonts?
You're such a dork. But yes, I believe that was the gist. How's Jim's printer crisis? Did he try turning it off and on again?
Crisis averted. He forgot to plug it in. Sometimes I wonder how he made it to management. Seriously, though, are you feeling any better about things now? About us, I mean. I hate the thought of you worrying.
Honestly, yeah, I am. Talking it through with you really helped put things in perspective. I know I get too in my head about this stuff sometimes. Thanks for pulling me out. And for not making me feel crazy about it. It means a lot that you take my concerns seriously, even when they're irrational. Not everyone would do that.
I'm really glad to hear that. And of course, that's what I'm here for. Never feel like you can't come to me with this stuff, okay? Your feelings are always valid, even if the printer is plugged in. Your emotions matter to me, even when they're complicated. That's part of loving someone, accepting all parts of them.
I know, I'm trying to be better about that. Old habits die hard, I guess. But I'm working on it, and having you in my corner makes all the difference. Also, that printer joke was terrible. I love it. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should try turning this client off and on again. Do you think that works on people too?
We're a team, you and me. We'll tackle anything together, even temperamental office equipment, and definitely temperamental clients. Though I don't recommend literally turning them off and on. HR tends to frown on that approach. Maybe try offering them coffee instead?
You always know just what to say to make me feel better. I don't tell you enough how much I appreciate you. Not just for the big things, but for all the little ways you show up for me every day. Like when you send me those silly memes when you know I'm stressed. Or when you make my coffee just the way I like it in the morning. All those little things that add up to something pretty amazing.
I'll always be in your corner, no matter what. That's a promise. And for what it's worth, you do the same for me. Like how you always leave post-it notes in my lunch, or how you know exactly when I need space versus when I need to talk. You understand me in a way no one else ever has.
You're going to make me emotional again. How did I ever get by without you? My rock, my person, my everything. Also, my personal tech support, apparently. Which reminds me, my laptop's been making that weird noise again. Kidding. Mostly.
Right back at you, beautiful. I think we were meant to find each other. I can't imagine my life without you in it, and I never want to. And about that laptop, have you tried turning it off and on again? Sorry, couldn't resist. But seriously, bring it over sometime and I'll take a look.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about the future lately. About what I want. What we want. I know we've talked about it in an abstract way before, but I feel like I'm ready for something more concrete. Just putting it out there. No pressure or anything.
Well, speaking of life together, I've been thinking about that, too. I've had some thoughts swirling around lately.
Yes? Don't leave me hanging. What kind of thoughts? You can't just start something like that and then go quiet.
What do you say we have a cozy night in tonight? Just you, me, and a bottle of wine. We could both use a break from screens and work. Maybe actually talk face to face for once. I think we have some important things to discuss. Good things, I promise.
Have you been reading my mind again? That sounds perfect. I'll swing by the store after work and grab the essentials. Red or white? And should I pick up some snacks too? I could really use a night away from screens and deadlines. Just quality time with my favorite person.
Let's go with a red. Maybe that cab you like? I'll take care of dinner. How does homemade pizza sound? I still have some of that fresh basil from the farmer's market. And yes to snacks. Maybe those fancy olives you love? I think we both deserve to treat ourselves tonight.
Homemade pizza and cab on a Monday night with my favorite person? Pinch me, I must be dreaming. And yes to the olives. I'll grab some of that artisanal cheese, too. Maybe some dark chocolate for after.
It's no dream, baby. Just a little slice of heaven, courtesy of yours truly. Plus, I found that pizza dough recipe you loved from last time. Already started the sauce. Dark chocolate is a must. Maybe we can finally open that fancy bottle we've been saving.
Careful, a girl could get used to this kind of treatment. You're going to spoil me rotten, and I'm going to love every second of it. Should I grab any toppings while I'm at the store? I know you like those spicy peppers. I saw some beautiful cherry tomatoes at the market yesterday.
That's the plan. You deserve to be spoiled. Today, tomorrow, always. I've got most toppings covered, but we could use mushrooms. I'll get started on the pizza dough. See you at home soon? And yes to the tomatoes. They'd be perfect. This is gonna be the best Monday night ever.
With bells on, I'm suddenly feeling very motivated to power through this workday. I'll text you when I'm on my way. Love you to the moon and back. And yes to mushrooms. You know me so well. I'll leave the office by 5:30 at the latest. Can't wait to be home with you.
Love you more. Drive safe and hurry home to me. Can't wait to wrap you up in my arms and kiss your beautiful face. Also, the pizza waits for no one. I'll have everything ready to go when you arrive, including a very enthusiastic welcome.
Stop! I'm blushing like crazy! My coworkers probably think I'm feverish. Counting down the minutes until I'm back in your arms, handsome. Prepare yourself! And save some dough kneading for me. I need to take out my frustrations from this font fiasco. Nothing says therapy like punching dough.
Oh, I'm prepared. The question is, are you ready for the epic snuggles coming your way? And the pizza-making dance party? I've got the perfect playlist ready to go. It includes all your favorite cheesy 90s hits.
You wouldn't dare! Please, dare. My embarrassing music knowledge is supposed to be a secret.
Oh, it's happening. No take-backsies.
This I have to see. No backing out now. I'm leaving in 15. Should be home in about 40 minutes. Try not to burn the house down before I get there. And save your best moves for me.
Challenge accepted. The house will remain intact. Drive safe, beautiful. Can't wait to see ya. I'll be the one covered in flour and dancing like a maniac. Love you tons. See you soon.
Love you more. On my way. Good morning, sunshine. I'm still floating from our amazing night. That pizza was literally the best thing I've ever eaten. I fall more in love with you every day. How is that even possible? Your dance moves weren't bad either.
It's possible because you're you and I'm me, and we're just magic together. Last night was perfect. Waking up next to you is perfect. Everything is just perfect. Though you did hog all the blankets again.
It really is. I keep pinching myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. And I did not hog the blankets. You're the one who rolled yourself into a burrito. I was freezing half the night. And those leftover slices for breakfast? Genius move. Cold pizza might be better than hot pizza. There, I said it.
I ask myself the same thing every single morning. How is this incredible woman mine? And excuse me, but I distinctly remember waking up with 0 blanket coverage. The security footage would prove my case. Cold pizza for breakfast is the hallmark of a cultured individual. I knew I loved you for a reason.
We're both pretty darn lucky, I'd say. Security footage in your dreams, mister. Hey, I know we had a whole heavy conversation yesterday. I just want to reiterate how much it meant to me. Being able to talk through everything like that, I feel so much lighter today, like a weight's been lifted. Thank you for hearing me out, even when I was being ridiculous.
I'm really glad we had that talk too. I always want you to feel like you can open up to me. Your feelings, your worries, your dreams. I want to be there for all of it, even your blanket stealing tendencies. And you weren't being ridiculous. Your feelings are valid. I'm just glad we could work through it together. That's what relationships are all about, right?
And I want to be the same for you, always. No holding back, no hiding. Just you and me, figuring out this crazy, beautiful life together. Though I maintain my innocence on the blanket situation. I have photographic evidence of you in blanket burrito formation from last weekend. Don't make me release it to the press.
That's all I could ever ask for. You and me against the world. I love you with every beat of my heart, you know that, right? Even when you're in complete denial about your blanket crimes. And that photo was clearly doctored. I'll take you to court for defamation of character. The jury will side with me. I'm very sympathetic.
I do know that, and I feel it in my soul. I love you just as much. Always have. Always will. Also, we should probably get ready for work. Though I'm seriously contemplating calling in sick just to spend the day with you. Is that terrible?
Don't remind me. I wish we could just stay in this bubble forever. No responsibilities, no outside world, just you and me. Maybe we should play hooky today. Have a spontaneous adventure. We could drive up the coast, find a secluded beach. I'm only half kidding. I'd do it if you would. When was the last time you took a personal day?
Stop tempting me! I have that client meeting at 11. But rain check for sure. Maybe Friday? We can make it a long weekend. Just disappear for a few days. No emails, no phone calls, just us.
Friday it is. I'm marking my calendar right now. Kidnap girlfriend for romantic getaway. Should I pack champagne or tequila? Actually, why choose? Both it is. I'll book something today. Leave it all to me. Consider it done.
You're the best. You know that? Surprise me with the destination. I trust your judgment completely. Just make sure there's a comfy bed and good food. And maybe a view? I'm not picky.
Here's to a lifetime of love, laughter, and really excellent homemade pizza. And maybe separate blankets? I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. With you by my side, I know it'll be incredible. And there will definitely be a view of the ocean, perhaps? That's all the hint you're getting.
I couldn't agree more, babe. Buckle up. It's going to be the ride of our lives. But I'm not scared. Not one bit. Because I've got you, and you've got me. And that's all we need. Though maybe we should invest in a bigger comforter. The ocean sounds perfect. I'll pack my swimsuit just in case, even though it's barely spring.
Damn straight, you and me, baby, that's everything. Okay, enough sappy stuff before I start ugly crying at work. Talk later. I got that big presentation at 10. Wish me luck. And yes to the bigger comforter, noted for future reference.
Yes, get it together, man. Don't make me come over there. Go kick some butt today. I'll be here cheering you on every step of the way. Love you. You're going to nail that presentation. Text me when it's over. I want to hear all about it. Break a leg. Not literally.
Love you more, my forever girl. Let's do this. Thanks for always believing in me. Over and out. And I'll try to keep all bones intact just for you.
Since then, he's been paying more attention to me. I still get insecure sometimes, but I've learned the importance of trust. I'm sorry for lying like that, but that date was amazing.